Alright, so just a test. Can anyone hear me? Alright, so just a test. Can anyone hear me? Hello? If y'all can hear me in the chat, please, just say something. I just want to make sure this is working before I read it. Alright, great. Thank you. Hello? Oh. Yes, Bill indeed does like men. Now let's get reading this thing. Actually, we'll wait a minute. Oh, wow, 30 of you. Was not expecting that. That is moderator. Char, Doom, and Toad, you're all mods now. Anyway, we'll get reading this now. Yes, it was me. I set up the server, and I'm the one who took it down. It's become clear who Bill, henceforth I will refer to as Shane, will never change. He still wants the server run like 1984. He still plays games nobody likes. He still deflects on taking responsibility. He still manipulates people. He still starts slap fights for no reason. Shane Boyle was a man involved in a controversy that typically ends the careers of those with it, that being exposing hundreds of people aged 10 to 13 to gore, pornography, and other illegal material. And yet, despite all this, people forgave him. People were willing to move on and give him a second chance for things that typically end people like him. And what did he do with this? He continued gaslighting people. He continued lying to his biggest supporters. He gaslighted the very people trying to help him, while simultaneously going dark on his true intentions. He continued to denigrate the very people who wanted to bring back his career. 2 months on from the initial call-out, and what do we have? Proof that he will never change. Proof that he only cares about his career when it is in absolute danger. He would constantly leave the server or when things didn't go his way, for things as simple as being pinged, talk about other streamers, or even someone within Azur Lane, My Side, or Tyler the Creator of PFP. He continues to show contempt for the very people that support him, refusing to even listen to the pleas of the very people trying to make his content better, and even calls his own fans the very people supporting him retarded. Tell me now, were the Andrians not right? Are we, in fact, people who support a greedy Jew who cares for little but money? That we will white knight and look past anything for a hit of attention for someone who doesn't even care about us? Better yet, how would outsiders view us? As people whose rose-tinted glasses were so strong, we were willing to forgive a man who potentially ruined the developmental years of hundreds of preteens? I don't know how this will be taken. You might all agree with me. Or you might say that I was never liked anyway. Reset the server, and memory hold this speech. But I'm done trying to help someone who will not act properly under any circumstances. I did not want to do this, but I'm done mulling about. It's time to take action. To the mods, I'm rallying all of you to join me and leave this message up. Shane does not care about you or his fans. He would rather be a stubborn piece of shit who continues lying than make any sort of improvement. To those who wish to challenge me, if it were not for the pressure of the big event, would you even be here? Would you even be in position to read this message? The answer is no, you wouldn't be. To both the mods and the community, I suggest you all line up behind me. We gave Shane a chance, and he's clear what he has done with it. He will never show any improvement. He will never listen to you. And most importantly, he will never take any responsibility, even if it endangers those closest to him. Additionally, to both groups, if Shane makes a new server, do not join it and do not mod for it. Let him see what happens when he tries to abandon his community. Do not delete this message, and do not rehabilitate the server. Do not prop up the dying career of a greedy man who wants nothing to do with you. Let this, and all else I have set up, stay as a reminder. as a cautionary tale of how and why to not mistreat those closest to you. To Shane, I have some strong words, a few of which are polite. I began watching you in 2021, introduced to you by a friend. At the time, you're the first streamer I watched. I thought you hilarious. Over time, I began donating, making friends in your community, and even inherited the fan server, which has grown to be one of the largest and oldest servers in your orbit. Then June 2022 happened. The first Ronnie video. A shock to me and everyone that something so heinous could slip past. Then it happened again. And again. And again. And soon a whole new audience came to your streams, none with good intentions. We all clamored for you to hire a media share mod. Some of us even volunteered the position. And yet you never did. You continued as if nothing was happening, taking few precautions to stop potentially traumatizing donations and refusing to properly address the situation, even banning those who would bring it up. Eventually, this inaction put your family in great danger. And what did you do? Nothing. You continued to lie to people. You continued to act as if nothing was happening. You refused to address those who had it out for you, even when they were joking about your disabled niece or a federal agent pointed a gun to your mother's head. Why? Because all you cared about was profit. You were so afraid saying your real name and telling people to back down would hurt your precious profit margins to the point where you were willing to risk everyone around you for it. Eventually, this crowd subsided, but the damage was done. You became worse of a person, dropped your religion, made the hotline your own personal soapbox, attacked people for no reason other than you could, and made your audience tapered. And because of the same negligence that caused all this, sexualized videos of children were donated to your streams even when you had 20 minutes of warning beforehand. And yet still, after all the harm, remained silent. No mention of your family, no mention of the children, and no mention of your true intentions. All for some extra media share dollars. And even now, whenever someone brings up any issue to you, you instantly deflect it by bringing up various health problems, all of which were caused by you to get people to feel bad for you, instead of addressing problems that would only take a few minutes to fix. And yet, after all of this, having watched all of it, and growing close to people who encouraged me to cut you off, I still supported you. I was willing to believe you would change, grow past all of this, and right the wrongs you've done, even in the face of people who hated your guts. And how did you repay me? By acting like I was nothing, just a troll who wanted to see you fall. No mention of the times I've defended you, no mention of setting up your server and keeping out people with spam gore, just a focus on a few offhand comments. What a shame. Perhaps the Andrians were right. For some closing remarks, I'd like to say a few things. First off, thank you to all of you for continuing to believe in what's right and getting behind me while Shane took out his needless anger on me for no reason, and defending me against some of the dumbest people I've seen. It means a lot. Secondly, I hope you all will read this entire thing, or in this case, listen, and agree with what I've said. I don't mean to call names, but I know most of you feel this way. You say the same things about Shane, view him the same way I've said, and have the same intentions with him I do. There isn't a point in hiding it anymore. I hope you all will come to your own conclusions with this, but just keep everything I've said in mind. I have no malicious intentions here. I am simply fed up with the abuse I have seen from a certain person. Additionally, to further your view on my writings, I heavily suggest watching Bill Jensen, The True Sinner by DJ Krabs. It is back up on YouTube and can be found in the link I've posted. With great thanks, your old friend Percy. At everyone. I hope you all enjoyed. To Dagoth, you have moderator now. Wow. Thanks to all of you. I know there's a lot of people who like archiving streams in this community. If any of you could at least cut out my speech and re-upload it, that would be great. This is just me doing it on a whim. It's 12:10 in the morning for me. If you want, I can voice it a bit more professionally tomorrow. Yeah, Andrea really has one. What episode is the screenshot? It's Topham's speech to the engines and Thomas in the special letter. Anyways, no, you cannot have the server, and unless I know you, you cannot get mod. Additionally, Bill has responded to me. No, why would I stop over some idiot who doesn't like me? And the dude crashed out. That's all it is. Stream continues tomorrow. I'm very interested to see how that stream goes. Lonely Oz, I'm going to give you mod. Hang on. Newbers, are you Newbird in the server? If so, I'll give you mod. What stain is there really to cleanse? Like, I kind of nuked everything. It's like the SS United States. Bit hard to fix what's not really there. To those of you still here, the 29 of you, I'm going to promote something a bit personal to me. This is something I've gone on about for the past month, so I'm sure some of you will know. So the Falls of Clyde is the... Let me get the image up, actually. If you want to leave for the disgusting self-promotion I'm about to do, go right ahead, but it would mean a bit if you stayed. Anyway. Doom, I'll respond to you in a minute. So the Falls of Clyde is the last surviving four-masted, iron-hulled ship in the world, and the last surviving sail-driven oil tanker, in addition to be the last ship to sail under the independent Hawaiian flag. However, despite all of this, it's in danger of being destroyed by the Hawaiian Harbors Department over deterioration. Now, there's a group in Scotland, Save Falls of Clyde International, which has been trying since 2016 to preserve the vessel. However, each time they get close to it, the Hawaiian Harbors Department moves the goalposts and fucks them over. Now, they recently awarded the contract to scuttle the vessel 12 miles offshore of Oahu, is it? The island Honolulu is on. By November. However, obviously people want the vessel, and it's the last of its kind in so many ways. Now, there's a petition aimed at the governor. Might not work. Might will. But it does have another use, demonstrating support. Now, I've made quite a few phone calls regarding this vessel to relevant people. And the petition, which is currently less than 250 signatures away from 2,000, would be useful as a bargaining chip because it shows, oh, people from all around the world want to save this vessel. Because 2,000 does impress a lot of people. That's 2,000 people who support your efforts. So, again, it would mean a lot to me if you signed the petition, and given how you're still here, you know. My current goal is 2,000 with it. I did not start the petition, but I am closely involved with it. If you could all sign it, that would mean a lot to me. If you want more information about the vessel, you can either ask me or watch History in the Dark's video on it. So I thank you all. As with other things, if somebody wants to archive this, that would be appreciated. Mainly just the speech and Falls of Clyde bit. Otherwise, I'll stay on stream for a little bit longer, but I'm not sure what's left to really do. No, it's an Israeli GIF in the server. Yeah, Doom, I'll address you. I don't think the server should be deleted. Again, that's not really up to me. That's really up to Hulenmall. If he wants to delete it, it doesn't really matter. I'd like for it to be left up so my speech can remain, though. And it would be interesting to see if Bill tries to make a new server. Yeah, what microphone do I use? A Blue Yeti. So my plan was to actually archive the server originally. I have a browser extension I recently got that can archive servers. I tested it on Joe's server, which is obviously smaller. However, I realized that it would take a long time to archive it. And I wanted to get my point across kind of quickly. So I didn't want to spend hours potentially leaving my computer on overnight archiving the server. My microphone sounds good. Thank you.
Wow, that was the worst piece of crap I've ever seen.
Oh my god, that was an abomination.
Sure.
Watching Bill's streams in 2025. Ugh. I don't think Bill is watching this stream. He probably wants me to be disemboweled, honestly. But if he wants, I'm willing to talk to him and sort some stuff out. Oh, hi, Drowsy. Yeah, I do remember you. I only watch Bill Jones. People don't even watch Bill streams anymore. They're either there for the community or they only watch him through clip channels like Pippa and Better Bill Jensen AI covers. No, Dagoth's calling. I'm not sure if you can be heard on the stream, but hello? Yes.
Hello? Alright. So, hold on, I wanna make sure I can be heard on stream. Hello?
Can you all hear Dagoth?
I don't think they can hear me.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. I'm not sure. But regardless, what now? What happens to Shane?
To be honest, I don't know. Obviously you could funnel people into Andrea, but
That's not me for this to
yeah,
decide.
I was about
That's
to say, but that's really up to Boris and Gaynor. Like, that's my plan. I stated in the stream I'd leave the server up so my message can be seen, largely as a monument to Bill's fucking stupidity. But otherwise, I'm really not sure what's
I'm
happening.
gonna be looking for some questions to be asking. If anyone has any questions they want asked, ask them right now, and I will ask them on behalf of you.
All right then, thank
because this is something we gotta talk about, at least for a little bit.
To Toad
Because,
and Ben, no one even fucking watches Bill. It's as I said, they're only here because of the community or they watch him through clip channels. His streams are a fucking slog. They're like so depressing now. Ben, I remember you answered this in the survey. No one watches Bill because he doesn't innovate.
I can't really talk about Shane because I don't watch Shane.
Yeah, you're
But
not missing much.
yeah. Such a surprise, though. If anyone's wondering, no, Andrea had nothing to do with this at all.
No.
Andrea's community had nothing to do with this at all. This was a complete surprise, even for me, as someone as hateful towards Bill as Shane as I am. I didn't even know this shit was gonna happen, and it was a mere coincidence. I managed to get mere chance that I managed to get admin on Shane's server, which is pretty funny.
That is something I feel like I should get into. This was obviously brought up in the past. Oh, nuke Bill's server. Obviously, a joke between Andrians, other Jensenites, mods. Obviously, it was never going anywhere because, you know, you can't nuke the fucking server. But earlier today, Bill insulted me, literally telling Hulin Mall to bend the knee and fucking unmod me, or else he would not rejoin the server. Did the same with Lucas, Char, and Orange. I believe Bazooka. And then said that I'm just a troll who doesn't care about him, and that I just want to see him fall. As I said in the speech, no mention of anything I've done for him. Just focusing on some offhand comments I made. Naturally, I got upset at this, so I decided the server was nuked. Dagoth here did say that to me at one point, and that was where I got the inspiration from. So I waited for everyone to go offline, and I deleted all the channels. Then I posted my message, and as I planned, Bill left. Now, I don't think there's going to be another server. I think Bill is done with servers entirely. The next stream will probably have a lot of Percy bashing. He'll probably be talking about what a fucking retard I am, and a lot of the white knights in chat will say that they never liked me, that I'm autistic, I'm too old for Thomas, really just anything in the book. I don't care. I feel like I did what I had to do, and that's it. Oh yeah, Pharaoh got demodded too.
Anyways, Jacob watches memes on the Discord asks, did Bill show CP on his streams?
So it wasn't exactly child porn.
Did he?
That is one of the things I've defended him on. It was a sexualized video of a child doing yoga. Like, her legs were in such a way that, like, you can kind of see her genitals. They were obviously closed. But it wasn't shit you'd want to be watching. Or the kind of stuff that, like, if you recall watching it, someone would look at you. Not great stuff. And he had 20 minutes warning about this in the video I've signaled. It's in there. Salute, can I get mod? Yeah, sure. So, there wasn't really CP, but there was some very iffy videos, which he had an opportunity on, and he refused to take.
On a less serious note, Mado asks, can you cook fried chicken? Asking for a friend.
No.
You heard it here, Mado. He can't cook for shit. On that topic of Shane getting... hold on. Austin Doge on the server asks, hey, I have a question. What is Andreas and the Jensens? Also, what happened to Bill? Did he... What the fuck is this ESL? This guy's asking about Andrea.
I don't
Probably,
expect someone named after Austin Angelo, of all people, to be good at English. Really, that guy has been autistic for years. Like, whatever. Anyway, so Andrians are people from Andrea. What's his people call Andre's server? While Jensenites are people from Bill's server, the Jensenite Empire. It was just kind of a whole world-building thing we had going on. Like, obviously, other servers have done it, like the old Gaming Bro server. And there were obviously other groups, too. Like Jensonians from my server and Hul and I from Hulimal's server. Just kind of like a whole thing we had going on. I know there's a map somewhere. If anyone can find that. Actually, I probably destroyed it. It'll be a lot clearer. I once thought of making, like, an interactive map. I'd have to get the link, but I remember there was one map where, like, you could... It was kind of interactive. It would tell you facts like, oh, what's the poorest country in the world? What has the highest GDP per capita? What has the lowest corruption index? I was thinking of making something like that. Obviously, it'd be a coding nightmare, and I'm probably not the right person to do it, but it was an idea I had. As for what will happen to Bill, again, I don't know.
Doom asks in the server at Dagoth, can I get in the VC?
Yeah.
Referring to the VC we are in.
Yeah, I'll just make a VC. Create group DM. I'll call in there. Welcome back.
Hello?
He didn't join. Ah, welcome.
Alright, let's go.
I would like to address this in the server before anyone does anything. No, the links that are being posted, the change.org links, are not IP grabbers. I feel like if I would promote something a bit personal to me on the stream, maybe, just maybe, it wouldn't be a fucking IP grabber.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, how the fuck did people thought it was an IP grabber?
I don't know, I think it was just a joke that got out of hand.
Maybe.
Jaw on the Discords ask, when is the server gonna shut down?
Never.
We're just gonna archive.
Oh, you heard it here. Who the fuck is Jacob? Who is this shit nobody cares about? Marge! I don't know who this real Jacob watches memes is.
Marge, I don't know what the hell this is. Please get them out. Please.
They need to start asking questions. These Jews. The juice, bro. The juice.
You're fired.
Wow. Char asks on the Discord, what is your favorite Dark Phoenix crash out?
When he finally left, that's like the best one.
The one where he admitted to Bill mistreating the mods, even in the old server, because that did give us a lot to work with when Bill was being exposed.
And also the whole 63 thing. That's like the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, 63 is great.
63% of the vote counted for him to be removed.
63 at least has a joke like 6'9". It's not like 6'7", where it just means nothing.
Yeah. That shit is so fucking annoying, though, the 6'7" meme.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I just use that shit for, like, irony. Annoying.
Did you tell them the context between the 63% though? To the new gens, to the new Jensenites that
Sure,
are
so
probably obsessed.
63 means... What it means is when Dark Phoenix stepped down as mod, he hosted a poll, which was my idea, actually. Do people want me to stay as mod? And 63% of people on that poll voted no, step down. And he hasn't really been able to shake it, and he keeps letting it get to his head, which leads to the I hope you're all happy, you 63 keyboard warriors copy pasta that gets donated at least once every stream.
Yeah, that was the one I was talking about.
Jacob Watches Memes asks, what was the type of abuse the mods suffered?
So Bill would often gaslight us, saying things like, oh, if you don't ban this person, I'm gonna leave the server. Or if you don't change your PFP, I'm gonna leave the server. It generally would just get kind of annoying. And of course, he would never talk to us. He would only ever talk to Hulin and occasionally Virus. He would ignore us and then get mad at us when we don't know what he wants. And it culminated in today when he said that I'm nothing, that I've never done anything for him, and that I just want to see him fall. I'm just a troll who's never liked him.
Gollum asks on the server, the fucking Discord quits fucking spurging, what are you going at after all this is over? ESL, but probably asking where you'll be going or what you'll be doing after this is all over.
Probably the same shit I've done for a while. I mean, I was in this community for 3 years before becoming a mod. And even then, I'm still one of the most respected voices here. I mean, look at this stream.
Yeah.
Convert to Andrea, sir. Sir, please. Sir, please.
Sir.
Shit, you know, I may as well.
So it's time.
As I said, I was thinking of actually promoting Andre.
What are you gonna do now?
Again, that's something you'd have to discuss with Gainer and/or Boris. Boris is,
Just talk to
I mean,
Gaynor.
Boris is someone you'd have to talk to first, but Gainer is like, who the fuck? Oh, never
Boris
mind. I thought I got
absolutely hates
DM'd.
Jensenites, and I can't blame him. I mean, after all the shit they put you through, and just calling you autistic.
Yeah.
What? No, they slandered us more. Jensenites, I have no hatred towards Jensenites. I have hatred for the overzealous. I'm not going to use that slur because I don't want you getting strike
Don't get me
or struck.
fucked, please, yes.
All right. Well, someone was looking for my brother.
Okay, I got. Okay,
What was I saying? I do not have hatred for Jensenites. I will need the overzealous ones that fucking white knight over Shane.
all right. Can I answer this next question?
Sure.
All right.
Absolutely.
Does Percy see himself as a heroic Brutus to the corrupt Emperor Shane Boyle Caesar?
Gag.
No.
What a Gemerald.
General Nero. You should kid him. But is he like Caesar though?
What did you miss? I read out my speech live on stream, and then I promoted a petition. Otherwise, you didn't really miss much.
Well, as I'm seeing no questions, I will ask my own.
Go right ahead.
Do you think Shane will quit streaming because of this? Do you
Yes.
think any? Go on.
I don't exactly think he'll quit, because he did say to Ivan that he won't, that I'm just a hater. And as I brought up, he'll probably just do a lot of bashing on me the next stream. But I do think this is a major hit to him. The Discord, as was brought up, was a massive community hub. And now that that's gone, a lot of people probably won't be watching him. For one thing, call-ins are likely done, because he did say he won't be taking anyone else in. Not taking anyone else in, making a new Discord server. So I don't think he'll quit. I think he's still too stubborn for that. But this is a big loss. What I do think will make him quit, though, is if the big event gets big enough.
As long as you spread the word of the gospel.
Do you think Shane has maliciously exploited his community? Or do you think this was all unintentional?
So, I've read into a lot of the tryhard groups and things like Logan Win. I don't think it was intentional. I don't think Bill is smart enough, or even really that sophisticated, to be converting kids en masse to these online terrorist groups, or even just any of this. I think he's just really negligent and stupid. And he unfortunately lets it get to his head. So I don't think he's maliciously exploiting his audience. I think he's just really stupid and afraid of things that really aren't even there. So. Again, he hates his audience. He doesn't even want to keep up with them. He wants total power over them, but doesn't even want to speak with them.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How long will it take for him to quit? How long?
So I don't know. Like, there's probably a lot of factors that would lead into a potential quit.
Like what?
Well, for one thing, probably getting mainstream attention, or him not having enough money. That's probably like the biggest factor. Because do keep in mind, when he moved out in 2024, the streams became his primary income. It wasn't just side income while living with his parents. That was his job. So like some Thomas the Tank Engine creators, the quality very much dropped off steeply after it became his job. So I think if the videos ever start, not video streams, ever start not bringing in the money, or there's enough pressure on him to quit, like there was following the big event, he will.
Reborn asks on the server, will the server be archived or be given to Andre as kind of like a trophy?
I don't really really think it would be given to Andre because what is there to give? It's all gone.
I mean,
As
yeah.
I said, like
It's just
it's like the SS United States. What is left to save? So it'll probably be kept up, and at least kind of like a trophy or memorial kind of thing. But I don't think it will be given to Andre because there's just nothing to give.
Oh, yeah, also, I got another question. Will
Yeah.
will the server be technically be like archive plus a group chat server for the people notable
It'll
here?
be a war grave.
A Wargrave?
Unless my friend wants to join, I'm gonna add him.
Sure, let him in.
S
Get him
asks
in.
on the server, Dear Percy, important question. Does Shane see an application to Subway in his future? Oh, Algo.
Oh, I'll go.
Probably mispronounced that.
So,
Algo.
in things like this, I would like to bring up the fact that I've been. Look, I'm just gonna say at this point, I have been to Blakesley many times. It's a family tradition to go there for like the Columbus Day weekend, that general area, largely for the resorts.
on the server.
What's
To
up?
shut your echo off, please.
Marge, who is he?
A friend of mine. It's fine.
Who is you?
Yeah.
Again, I'm probably the only person in the community, except for maybe Pippa, who's actually been to that general area. There isn't a whole lot there. Businesses often struggle to survive just because it's so remote. It's largely a glorified resort town. So, and I don't recall seeing a Subway there. But in any case, I don't see Bill applying to Subway specifically. If he does get a job, it'll probably be at like some mom and pop store rather than a chain. Because aside from like things like CVS and McDonald's, there aren't really many chains there.
Wait, you're talking about the area where Bill lives in, right?
Blakesley, Pennsylvania, yes.
Ah, shit, damn.
Yeah, I've been there many times. Businesses tend to
Octos.
survive in that area.
Damn.
It's just that
You didn't
remote.
see
It's
Bill
like
walking
it's a
around or
glorified
something?
mountain resort town.
You didn't see Bill
Jacob
walking
watches.
around? Oh, no.
Have I ever seen Bill? No.
Yeah, makes sense. Probably like all indoors. That's it.
Jacob watches memes. Asks, does Bill / Shane know his audience are tweens and young teens?
So in the past, he didn't. It's like I've brought up before. His audience used to be like a hodgepodge of Ricky Berwick, McJuggernuggets, Homie 11, Shark Puppet, Coppercap, Waffle Pond. Like all of their audiences, plus his own organic following. It was pretty big, like a kind of mixed bag. Nowadays, though, it's very much tapered off. Like, I believe in my survey, the most selected category for the age was 18 to 21. He did acknowledge in the July 19th stream that many of his current viewers are teenagers, though, which is a start.
Yeah. That's like the turning point because a lot of the YouTube chat members are basically like 13-year-olds, like at least. I'm serious. Like some of them have the most like autistic sounding fucking usernames, like mainly the ones that are really long.
The one guy who had 2011 in his username.
Yeah, that's one of them.
What?
Ultra Meme Man asks, at WaterPercy, do you think after all this, Shane is going to drop the Christianity hotline gimmick and start just spouting his true colors flat out?
So I would hope that's the case. He's stated many times that the stream causes him many health problems, like migraines, sleep schedules. Even at one point that he's practically dying because of it, and he obviously doesn't enjoy it. It is also worth mentioning, the streams just aren't Christian anymore. The streams where a guy is getting drunk while playing Counter-Strike and simping over random Russian women on YouTube just aren't Christian. The best case scenario for him is either to admit the hotlines are no longer Christian and start streaming as Crazy Man SRB, or to just quit entirely and move on with his life. In any case, as I've said before, the Bill Jensen character is done. It's overstayed its welcome.
At this point, you should be like a WL streamer, like Blu-ray or something.
To Golden Boy in the chat, I'd say Bill's decline started. There were a few places. The first one was when his parents got swatted, and when he got swatted. And the second one is when his girlfriend broke up with him.
Hyperborean Master asks on the Discord, what's the most serious allegation that Bill was accused of?
Playing child porn on his streams.
It's more CSAM than that.
Yeah. I guess there was, like, the kind of fake abuse thing, but like that could never be proven. So
Here's another question from Ahmad. Question
Also
for both
log
of you,
one.
you and Percy. How many people in his YouTube chat overall do you think are neurodivergent or under the
I'm the
age of
one that reads
18
this shit
percent?
out.
Man, shut the fuck up. I don't want to deal with this shit. Peace.
Marge, decapitate this Black Vanta Black chimp before I go chimp out like Andre. I will go read it out now. Also,
Alright, read it,
log
Tar.
one asks at Dagoth. Question for both you and Percy. How many people in his YouTube chat overall do you think are neurodivergent or under the age of 18? Give a percentage.
so nerd.
Well, Ozolog 1, I for one cannot speak on this as I do not watch Shane Boyle. I quit months, if not a year ago. I quit watching Shane because I got tired of him acting fake. Bill Jensen is an atrocious character. But me personally, I know a huge percentage are attracted to Bill's content because of loud equals funny. But that is just my opinion. Now I will leave the rest up to Percy.
So these were both questions on my survey. The autism one, 46.9% voted no, 38.8% voted yes, and 14.3% voted other. So that's about 50-50. But you do have to account some people could have lied on that. As for the age, the most selected tier was 18 to 21. With the next one being the next one was 13 to 15. So generally, from what I've seen, the community is mostly made up of 13 to 25-year-olds.
Char asks a similar question from earlier.
Can I answer that one? Because it's directed for me.
Sure.
Alright.
Sure.
Char asks, which mod got the worst of Bill's abuse? Okay. He says, I personally think it was Hewlin mod because he was blamed for everything, his fault or not, and it was usually with stuff that wasn't his fault.
I would
Any
say
other mods you think?
Purely because of how many times he got demodded, often for such stupid shit like his profile picture or just pinging Bill.
The profile picture? I never knew about the profile picture thing.
His profile picture is Taiho and Hakuho from Azure Lane.
Oh, Taiho? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty saucy.
Look, all I'm saying is, I know he's watching. You could have picked one of the game's more chaste character designs. Like, yeah, I see why you did it, but just putting that out there.
But I do understand Taiho, though.
She's like the game's most popular character. Of course, it would be her.
Wait, she's the most popular character?
Yeah.
Zydus asks at Dagoth I think it's time for new streamers to step up to the plate. Following this revelation. Well, I personally watch Andre. Even though, yes, his streams can be repetitive, I prefer Andre over Shane. Because at least Andre has some authenticity. And I would 100% recommend you go watch Andre. But I do not encourage a huge migration. Because that is something for Boris to ultimately decide.
Andre is most likely
Shark
where
Blood?
everyone is going. It's really just at this point left for Boris and Gainer to give the rubber stamp of approval. Which might not even happen.
The following question comes from Sharkblood Max on the Discord. At Dagoth do you think he would have been better off being himself in his streams before Bill Jensen? Well, again, as I stated before, I don't watch Shane anymore, but I feel like if I were watching him a year ago, if he were more authentic to his true self, I personally would have been more hooked to watch. But seeing as how that's never going to happen, I don't know. It would have been better off, in my opinion, but unlikely. It's unlikely that would have ever happened. Ultra Me Man asks
more hook.
another
watch.
question for
But seeing as how
WaterPercy.
that's
What's your
never
questions
gonna
on
happen,
Shane always
I-
forgiving predators in his community? All because they give him the most money?
So I think the reason why he promoted Zaxxon in particular, actually no, this is the reason why, and at this point I'm no longer associated with Shane, so I can admit this freely. He admitted this to Krabs and Hoolan. The reason why Zaxxon was never banned was because he was afraid that Zaxxon would do chargebacks on the donations, which total up to over $1,000. And chargebacks come with fees, so if Bill lost like $1,500 just from banning the guy, that would kind of put him a lot in the hole. Because as I've said, he has no permanent employment, so the streams are his only income. I understand why he didn't do it, but it's very messy. As for people like Dark Phoenix and Squee, it's because they support him.
Damn, that's what Lucas used to do until he just stopped, and then until like Bill just basically like block him from like PayPal.
Most people charge back on him anyway.
Exactly. I mean, I did plan on like doing that to Bill, which before I even donated, but I never got to donate to him at all because that was gonna be my
MF
plan.
Doom.
Because every time I wanted to like donate, I would just always immediately charge back after donating it, and not even mention that I was doing chargebacks. So that would have been like a significant loss on him, and I would gain money from it, which would have been like the funniest shit ever.
MF Doom fan, I'm just gonna say the fucking name. MF Doom fan asks for WaterPercy. Do you know the specifics of how much he got paid promoting that, and I quote, Jew online casino site?
No, I do not.
I don't think we know at all. I'm pretty sure it's probably like like 1,000 or 200,
I don't think
$2,000 or
$1,000.
something.
There's probably just some sponsorship. He only did it for 1 month in the holiday season, so it's likely his lack of employment caught up to him, and he had to take that sponsorship just to get through the holidays.
That was a weird era, to be honest.
It's things like that that make me realize he should just bring back Crazy Man SRB just to separate some of the streams. Like the Counter-Strike streams and the gambling streams aren't Christian, so he should just separate them.
Yeah, like basically, like there's like a running joke, like maybe right now or like before, like everyone while he was playing CS:GO, we would just spam the baldy jorking it meme, like
People would
him
spam
saying
all sorts of things,
oh,
masturbation
like something
jokes,
like that.
baldy jokes about Donald Trump, 63 jokes, really just anything you could think of.
Yeah.
Golem
It's so
asks
boring
at
about him playing that game.
Dagauthor. Golem asks at Dagauthor. This goes for both you and Percy. When do you think Shane started to fall off? Or when do you think Shane started falling off? And before today, when did you start to see the cracks in Shane's whole persona? Well, me personally, I'd have to go on my YouTube channel for this so I can know the full timeline. But I'm thinking a year ago at most, I first started seeing the cracks when I first joined Andre's world. Believe it or not, without Andrea, I would still be an overzealous Jensenite. True story. So, to get a specific date, 10 months ago, nearly a year. That's how long it's been since I last archived a Shane clip. Now, I'll leave the rest of the question to Percy.
What was it again? When do you think Bill fell off?
This goes for both you and Percy. When do you think Shane started falling off? And before today, when did you start to see the cracks in Shane's whole persona?
So I think Shane started falling off around 2023 when it became apparent that he wasn't going to get any proper moderation for the streams, specifically around September, I think that was. If I look back in my server, I'll see it. As for when I noticed the cracks, it's as I said in my speech. I forgave Shane for a lot of things because I thought he could genuinely change. I thought he would actually put everything behind him, but he didn't. So today is like when I really realized that he'll never change. Like, I've been noticing for the last month now that he's been kind of slacking off with even just helping out with the server. But it was today that I really realized that he was never going to change. He's still the same person. It's why I nuked the server and why I made my speech. And it's as I've said to everyone else. a lot of the questions can probably be answered with that speech. It's a very long thing. I figured I may as well go out in style, but it's there.
Also, Log One asks at WaterPercy at Dagother. I don't know who the other one is in the VC. The one currently speaking is Dagoth or me, moi. For all of you in that VC, what do you think will happen to Shane Juyu? I can't fucking pronounce that.
Jewel.
Shane Jew Oil in 10
Jew
years.
Oil.
Well, me personally, I believe Sir Shane Juyu, I can't pronounce that, will be
Joyol.
on the streets. Joyal? Shane
I don't fucking know. I
Joyal
can't
will
find the
be
message.
homeless in that 10-year span. Because with his current numbers, it's not sustainable.
No, it's
Given the
Joyol.
fact, Joyal.
Yeah.
How about we
Okay,
I'm pretty sure W is silent. I don't care.
As I was saying before, I was interrupted. I personally believe Shane will be homeless in 10 years, as his current internet career, quote unquote, is not sustainable. And even if he quits that, finding a job that will accept him, even after all of his internet shit, would be hard. But he apparently did get a job, I guess, before, like during the summer. So I don't know. I'll leave the rest to Percy.
So I'm going to answer this one with a bit of wishful thinking. The best case scenario for Bill is if he goes the way Oddcast did and moves back in with his parents, just sells the Blakesley house and goes back to Philadelphia. That was when his content was at its best, and that was when he was mentally at his best. That would be the best case scenario, because he obviously can't keep up the house payments with his current lifestyle. That, I think, would be the best scenario. As for 10 years down the line, I'd hope he'd get himself back on his feet and maybe get the Christian-friendly girlfriend he's always talked about.
Sharkblood Max asks at Dagoth if Shane stays, Bill, when would you expect him to completely fall off the map, or in other words, quit the character permanently? Well, me personally, I do not believe Shane will quit this character. He will only quit when his career is over. He has admitted that his character is a sham ages before, when he was still a minor, I believe. Stating that, and this is a loose quote, so don't quote from me here. Shane Boyle, or not Shane Boyle, Bill Jensen is a character. Loose quote. And if he would to quit, I don't know. I feel like he'd only quit if he'd quit his character if he quit YouTube. That is my opinion on it. What do you think, Percy?
I don't think we'll ever see the character go out. Like, he probably, unless he chooses one day to realize that the character has overstayed its welcome, as I've said. I think if he quits streaming, he'll also quit the character. Like, we won't see him quit the character and then quit streaming. It'll be both at the same time. But I would hope that he does get rid of the Bill Jensen character soon, because it's more of a detriment to him. And
Yeah, exactly.
Some people think this. If he gets rid of the character, it would get rid of a lot of the constraints, because maybe 3 years ago, the Christianity shtick made sense for all the constraints. But now, when he's just saying that anime is sinful for, like, no reason, you kind of start to lose immersion with the character. Like, dropping the character would open up the door to a lot of new games, including normalizing the Counter-Strike streams. Also, hi, Who, and I'm sorry.
Ultra Me Man asks.
He's not here.
Server.
Ultra Me Man asks. This will be my final question. Question for both WaterPercy and Dagoth What is your theories on my Twisty left Bill? Well, I'll answer this first, since I actually knew Twisty a little bit. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. And if I still recall, I still have her added on Discord. When back when I was a Jensenite, I on this one stream around Christmas time, I believe, it was winterish, I guess. Maybe New Year's of 2024. I was in a call-in lounge. I was doing a Carl Weezer impression, and Lil Twisty at the time was doing a Jimmy impression, and we kind of became friends, I guess. Friends is a loose term since we never interacted with each other. I DM'd her earlier, I believe last year, or this year, I can't recall, about if she would be willing to talk about why she left Shane. And reasonably, she declined to answer. But if I had to assume anything, Choco Taco, the most infamous fucking gents night out there. Now, I can't tell everyone the whole story because I don't know the full context. I don't remember the whole context. But essentially, Mr. Choco Taco was a prolific donator at the time. Donating music, Shane sucked him off as if there were no tomorrow. Now, this is, I believe, a loose quote from Mr. Choco Taco, but I do remember seeing the screenshot being sent to me about Choco Taco. Mr. Choco Taco was talking sexually to Lil Twisty, and I believe that's one of the reasons why Choco Taco was banned. He was talking about, I believe, cutting off her clitoris or something like that. I'd have to go dig around to find a screenshot I was sent. But it was overall disgusting. It was overall disgusting, degenerate behavior. And that is why I believe, because I think it was still a little bit of time before Choco was banned during all that. And I believe that is why Lil Twisty left Shane Boyle. Do not harass Lil Twisty. She does not want to interact with anyone in this community. She's over Shane. Do not interact with her. But this is what I've known. This is what I know. And now I'll leave the rest to Percy.
It's really just what I've said. I would like to add on. I remember Nimbaru, when he was still around, and I got banned, both brought this up. That it was possibly due to the ex-girlfriend abuse rumors. I don't think those are true, though. But it's really just everything Dagoth said. Like, yeah, that's probably why they broke up.
Asks on the Discord. Go on,
Just
please.
go on.
Go on.
No, go on.
All right. Well, no, you go on because I got to go drink some water.
All right. Basically, I heard like there was a message, like a rumor, where basically like Shane was basically like messaging Twisty about sending her like a chest pic or something. That's why I heard.
That clip is on my channel. At some point, Bill got flashed by Twisty. I don't even remember if he asked for it or if she did it unprompted. But some people say that Bill pressured her. So that's definitely
Like,
I don't.
That was during stream, right?
Yeah, odd stream. Twisty flashed it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, on stream, on his phone though. It was not on stream. Nothing was visible, but that did happen. Now, whether it was pressured or not, we can't really say for that. That'd be something for Twisty or Shane to go reveal for themselves. But for the next question, S asks at Dagoth, question for all. Would you say that Shane's gimmick about having a, and I quote, Christian-friendly wife was a joke or a genuine incel's cry for help masked by a facade? Well, me personally, yes, I do believe that's an incel's cry for help. It's Shane. Look at him. What more can I say? I'll leave the rest to Percy.
I also answer this too.
Incel because he had a girlfriend very recently. And even in the early days, you had all those Instagram whores hitting on him. Like Homie11. Like, yeah, he is pathetic, but I feel like the Christian-friendly wife bit was probably just in the character. Like, yeah, of course a devout Christian would want to procreate.
Okay, here's my take. It's basically probably both. Both at the same time. Both has a joke and Master Help, though. Since pretty much after he, like... I think this happened, like, after, like, Twisty broke up with him. What, is that right?
Huh?
Was it basically, like, he did this, he did the whole, like, Christian-friendly wife shtick after, like, Twisty left him or something?
He's been doing it for years.
No, that... Yeah, like what Percy said, it's been going on for a long, long time.
Yeah, it's more part of the
Jesus
character.
Christ.
Like, obviously, those Instagram women pumped full of plastic aren't Christian-friendly wife material.
Also, log 1 asks Percy. WaterPercy, last question. Question only for Percy. Besides the stuff that happened recently, what was your worst experience with Bill?
I've been saved from the brunt of a lot of Shane's anger. Until recently, obviously. I would say probably when he banned me from the old Discord for just joking that he should go live on Pornhub. Yeah, obviously that's not very big. As I said, I was saved from a lot of the brunt of his anger.
Special Agent Sam asks, at Dagoth question for all. Why do you guys think Bill was excessive when timed out / banned people? Was it because he hated a lot of stuff? What are your guys' thoughts on it? Well, I do not have a lot of knowledge on this subject, so I will give Percy that room to talk
So I actually spoke about
on
this with
this.
someone who also happens to be a Thomas fan, pretty interestingly enough. Really, just at this point, anything Bill doesn't like, such as Uma Musume, Zenless, or the Minecraft movie, is sinful. Really just regarding his personal tastes, rather than anything that has to do with actual Christianity.
To me, that just kind of sums it all up. Basically, anything he hates is sinful. Basically, that's all.
As for why he was excessive, he has this weird thought process where anyone who says something to him even once, like for example, Lucas, is always a terrible person, and he's very reluctant to unban. Like, obviously, a lot of people were unbanned behind Bill's back in the old server, and even in this server, I'll admit. But he has this weird quirk where anyone who insults him even once is dead to him. I do think he was very excessive when he timed out people. As I brought up earlier in the stream and in my speech, he would time people out over just pinging him or having a profile picture he didn't like, something as simple as Tyler, the Creator. So I do think it was because he hated a lot of stuff, and I do think he was excessive.
Char asks, at WaterPercy, what is the worst thing you've seen Bill say to his own fans?
I heard from Violet that he called his fans retarded today, so I guess that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that was already answered.
Is that an actual thing? He actually called people retarded, or was that or you just
You'd have to ask Violet or Lucas, but I think he did. Actually, Lucas, you're in the chat. Did he do that?
Gag. I don't know if this is just people misremembering the thing, or because of the AI thing I made of Bill Jensen saying get scammed, lose, or fucking retards, or something like that. Dark Blood Max or not really asks, at Degauthur, not necessarily a question, but rather just something to share. I was in a call with Trissy and a few others in an old Discord server, and she seemed like a chill woman. And we just chatted and laughed and talked about Bill. I can't recall what we were talking about with Bill, but it might have been about media share. I could be wrong, though. Well, I don't really know what to add on to that, because there's not a whole lot of information. Marceau asks, what happened? In context to what everything happened. And I mean, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. If you just go fucking read, you ESL tard.
Now, that's the same person who asked if we're gonna send Ronnie in Islamic executions. Ugh. Golden Boy 1608.
You're
Have
not
you guys
that
ever heard Bill harassing females on the server and DMs and sending pictures to them? I have not. The closest thing was probably the recent stuff with the Russian lady. But otherwise, no. He's pretty misogynistic, so. Oh, wow. Which one of you named the chat the N-word?
Someone did what?
Someone named the questions chat the N-word.
Gag. Ozolog1 asks, who's Tristan? I'm new gen. I have no fucking clue.
One of Bill's old mods. He was famous for doing a Donald Duck impression. He got exposed for stalking someone, I think.
Wasn't it Jay Schlatt's he was stalking or something? I've only heard bits and pieces.
Maybe.
Not a whole lot. Well, on to another question. Marceau asks, is it confirmed he's a Jew?
I ask
Well-
for serious questions only.
Well, I personally think Shane Joyle is a Jew. He's LARPing as a Christian.
I'm sure someone
Here's
will
a
find that
question
information
for-
if they look deep enough.
Here's a question for me from Char. At Dagoth do you recommend Crankama to the Jensenite refugees? Well, this is just coming from my opinion, but I don't like Crank's content. He sold out his personality to TikTok tards, the talk tards. Now, I'm not a big fan of Cranktown. His old content, back before he blew up, quote unquote, it wasn't really my thing because his whole shtick is gag. Look at this, it's sexual. I'm gonna go twerk, gag, and I don't like that personally. But if you find that funny, you do you. Humor is subjective. I personally like Andre, and I would recommend you watch Andre because really my thing. There's no ruled cuckery. You can fucking free speech, and you can. Andre interacts with this community. Is what I'm saying. Crankama doesn't. I do not suggest Crankama, but you do you. Explore what you like.
Crankama
Also,
might be too much
Log1
culture
asks-
shock- Hang on, before that, Crankama might be too much culture shock for the refugees here. Andre's a lot closer. Stick to him. And that's if they even let you in.
Lucas asks, at WaterPercy, will you be watching the next stream to what happens if he does stream tomorrow?
So that really just depends on if I'm home, if I feel like it, and if he goes live at a convenient time for me. I will most likely be watching it, though, because I'd love to see what he says about me, because I know he, as I said, he probably wants to disembowel me.
Also, Log1 asks, oh, go on.
And as I said, there will probably be a lot of bashing of me in the chat. Like, you'll have people saying they never liked me, that I was always annoying, that I'm autistic, too old for Thomas. Just a whole bunch of different things. There's probably going to be a lot of bashing of me, and I'm very interested to see that. And who it is, too.
Also, Log1 asks, how are y'all's days? Well, thank you for asking. My day, personally, is going quite well, because Andre finally came back after he LARPed that he was quitting, which was funny. The fact Andre LARPed quitting is the same day Shane Cord got nuked. Coincidence? I think not. That's just me conspiracy spurting.
My day was good. I went out with my family, and, yeah, that's about it. I was meaning to make some phone calls regarding the Falls of Clyde, but I didn't get around to it. I wonder why. You know, maybe me being here has to do something like that. Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary of Thick of It.
Johnny Cuba asks, at WaterPercy, remember when Bill flew over to New Jersey and trespassed McJuggernugget's parents' house to confront Psycho Dad on Easter 3 years back? What was your... Dude, that's clearly fucking scripted. You'd have to be a fucking moron to not believe that wasn't scripted.
It was scripted.
Go on.
I'm sorry for interrupting. It was scripted, but it is interesting in that it's the last time Bill ever collabed with somebody. Like, after that, he just gave up on going in person to instead, well, just kind of do the most miserable shit possible. Like, he doesn't even collab with people anymore, doesn't go in person. Like, yeah, that was scripted, but it was fun to watch, and it represents an era of Bill that we no longer see.
On the topic of collabing, and this is just something I have to say, I do not like how Shane, or otherwise Bill, will say that he's a friend of Ricky's and yet never publicly offered condolences when it was revealed that he was in the hospital because of his mother's abuse. Now, I just want to iterate, Shane Boyle, you're a fuck ass for that. You are not a good friend. If you claim to be someone's friend and yet not offer even the slightest bit of empathy for what they are going through, especially to Ricky Berwick, who fucking carried you, then you, sir, are a fucking retard, a douchebag, and someone no one should interact with. Now, on to another question. Marso asks, what kind of atrocious stuff did Bill do or let happen last stream? I'll let Percy answer that because I don't watch Shane.
Oh, he mainly just left the
Blasphemy.
server saying a bunch of shit like, oh, it's not my server, the mods are not sinners, the mods troll me, they unban people. Then he came back, but forced Hulin to unmod me after setting up the server and keeping tons of people out, and other people like Lucas and Char for no reason. And Hulin immediately bent because he was just so afraid of what could happen with Bill. And he said that I'm just a hater. I have that clip, and I'll post it in the general chat of the server. That I'm just a troll who wants to see him fall. As I said, no focus on anything else. Just mocking me for no reason.
Char asks on the Discord, at Dagoth how much do you think Israel is paying Bill to paint Christianity in such a terrible light? You want my honest opinion? Not even 12 shekels. 9. He's being paid 9 shekels to sully the good name of Christianity. What utter Vanta Black brimstone. Lots of dead air, so I'll read what Matos said. I remember when DJ Krabs published the Exposed video, and Shane did that one live stream. He told me it was my fault for being on the internet and being exposed to the content he let play, and then said afterwards that he cares about everyone's safety. What will it be? I mean, it's Shane Boyle. What do you expect? He doesn't really care about internet safety, nor the goodwill of his community.
This isn't Mr. Beast, cuzzo. Anyway.
Hulinmal asks, general question, if Bill comes back as Crazy Man SRB, if, by the way, would anyone still watch or not? Just asking. I'll leave this question to Percy, as I don't really fucking know anything about this topic.
So I think people would, because what people want at this point is... Oh, there he is. Is Bill to be more authentic, like Andre. So, in the off chance he does come back as Crazy Man SRB, it's as I've mentioned before, it would open up the door to a lot more possibilities on the streams, and it could see a redemption, because I do think the Bill Jensen character is done. It's overstayed its welcome.
Alright, well, S asks, at Dagoth my final question. Where might a Jensenite troll refugee, like myself, head from this crossroads? I'd like to hear more about your triumvirates. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. I'm ESL, not really. I'm just terrible at pronouncing shit.
I think that's how you say it.
Triumvirates.
Yeah.
Now that the great Jensen Republic has fallen and its emperor has been obliterated. Well, good sir, go find Andre's World. He is live. That's Andre World.
As I said, we have to wait for Boris to approve the refugees.
I'm not, this is not me endorsing as an Andrean that you go, migrate. This is just my personal opinion. This is not a rubber stamp to migrate, but if you want to watch something and not join the Discord, go watch Andre. He needs it. My glorious black king.
Before I answer the rest of this question, did you guys have to make the fucking Kendrick Mustard Man the server image? Like, of all things to make it, it's that?
Who the fuck did that,
I
actually?
don't even know. I deleted the log chat.
Someone changed it to, like, a Broly earlier.
Yeah, it's been changed a lot of times. I feel like we could be a bit more creative with things than just Kendrick Mustard Mango 6'7".
The fucking Mustard Mango's so fucking annoying, bro.
Anyways.
If there's a Janny on the server watching this stream, please change the background to the Andrian flag, and I'll give you my first child.
Anyway.
Mr. Jenny, please give me the fucking better profile picture, and I'll give you my firstborn child. That is all. That's all I request.
I don't believe Gainer and Boris are watching, but if they are, I hope they realize that this sounds awful. Jetsidite refugees will be beneficial because it'll probably kill Bill as well. Because like a lot of the community is being absorbed into Audrey's spear. I did that with the anti-Shane resistance, and that largely kind of neutered it for the time. So if
Well, I
Boris-
mean, anti-Shane resistance. ASR at that time was a dead server, regardless.
yeah,
Even when this is no shade towards Lucas, by the way. Even when I was given it, it was kind of fucking dead, regardless. I tried, but it was fucking dead on arrival.
yeah.
And when I was given ownership,
Absorbing like the kind of remnants of it did kind of disband the last of it. So I feel like if Gainer and Boris are watching, they should take these comments to mind, largely to realize of what could be. Because if you have all of Bill's audience watching Andre, well, they're not really watching Bill. That would be a big hit to him. Like just kind of normalization. Like, yeah, we had some issues with you in the past. Let's all just move on from it. What Bill couldn't do, essentially.
Terry Black, Mr. Toad, asks in the Discord, for the 3 in VC, or in the VC, do you think Bill treated Tyler, John, and Steven as slaves when they were working for him? Terry, I'm going to be dead ass with you. I do not think any of those people are fucking real. I just think he fucking hired some guy from Fiverr to fucking moderate his shit and to fucking troll or something. I do not believe those are real people. Tyler, maybe. But John and Steven, no, absolutely not. They do not exist. Tyler, there's a possibility, but a small chance Tyler or Steven exists. But as slaves, I mean, they did that shit for free because, I mean, it's Shane Joyle. I mean, it's what do you expect? I'll leave the rest.
I don't know.
I'll leave the rest to Percy.
So John and Steven might as well be. Steven especially might as well just not even exist because they were so insignificant. Tyler, however, did exist, but was kept in chains in Bill's basement. Eventually, he escaped, and that's why we don't see him anymore.
Yeah. I feel no. Tyler's like the only person who's like actually real. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
Bill
John
kept
and,
him in
the
chains
other
in his
person was
basement.
probably just
When
Tyler secretly.
Quit, that was because he escaped.
I'm pretty sure Tyler was basically like the only person like LARPing as those two. That's it. Like you cannot believe me that those other two people were real.
John might have
Like, you
been.
cannot.
Steven, however, was not.
I just don't know. It's probably just one person.
Sharkblood Max asks, at Dagoth one for you and Percy. Do you think there was ever a moment where Shane was like, oh shit, I actually can't show this. This is fucked up. I don't know. Me personally,
No.
I believe he ignores. I believe he ignores a lot of shit that's on media shares. I do believe there's some stuff he has genuinely seen and is like, no, I can't show this. But that's like only when it's like, you know, that fucking thug with the fucking basketball falling from that high ass fucking building, the Dreamy Bowl jerk off thing.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. I believe that is one he actually did try cutting off. And I'll
That
give him
was
credit.
one, yes.
I have.
I think that
not
was like the
seen
only
shit in
video
Facebook.
that I recognized that he just banned, other than Ronnie, and that's it.
Yeah,
So that-
I'll leave the rest to the other two.
So that was the only video he often banned, because other videos like Ronnie and the sexualized child yoga, he would just walk past and make sure nothing happened. Otherwise, he wouldn't really do anything about the videos, aside from that one Dreamable video. Lucas says, why do you think Bill avoids Instagram and sleep streams? I have different answers for both. Instagram, I think it's because everyone on Instagram is going to call him out on his bullshit. Like, he says, oh, it's because I'm fat. No, I think it's because people on Instagram will see him for who he is and tell him that what he does isn't right. And they'll just make fun of him. He also probably doesn't want the modern Reels audience. Because, like, whatever he says about Andre, modern Reels is like that on steroids.
Yeah,
You do
because
not.
it's basically full of like just people saying the N-word and shit
As
like
for
that.
sleep streams, I could be funny and say that it's because his bed is covered in stains. but in reality, he probably just doesn't have the motivation. Things like that probably take a lot of motivation, and he just doesn't have it.
I do want to say, and I absolutely am taking credit, but if I am remembering correctly, I recommended Shane do a sleep stream before he never did one, and he recognized it, and he responded to it. So yes, I am absolutely taking credit that Shane, back when I was a Jensenite, started doing sleep streams because of me. You may now thank me.
Yes, thank you.
I know one of my mods suggested it too. It was a pretty popular thing, and we did get it. So.
I kind of remember like Asian Andy doing one. You guys remember?
I have no idea who the fuck Asian Andy is.
I think
Sounds
it's the guys-
familiar, I guess.
It's something like from fucking Ice Poseidon or something. One of the guys like who were like his fans or something. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, all right, yeah, Ice Poseidon. That makes yeah. That's yeah, okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Because that's like the only one I know about Asian Andy. Is that and the video where basically he had like some fucking what's that word? Is some like older lady basically like trying to like take refuge inside their house. I forgot what's the word. Like squatting. Yeah, that's the word. And basically, like one of the like someone was squatting inside like Asian Andy's house, and they were like live streaming and like harassing her to get out. That's the one I remember recently about him.
SCP 173 is gonna get you. SCP 299 is gonna get you.
I don't know what the fuck are those SCP numbers are.
173 is the concrete monster. The original one, 299, is some tree, but it's also what DA posted in fan art.
I do not know. Can you send me a picture of that?
Yeah, sure, I saved it.
I've heard that one of the
Apes and-
SCPs are basically just Chernofumo, which is funny.
Apes and Octos! Oh, okay. Lucas asks, and this is for me because I know the most about this subject. What could have Caden done more to be more successful in your opinion? Okay, so to those who do not know who Caden is a Australian streamer. He officially went by the name Bill Jr. Before I gave him the official nickname Mini Shane Jr. I was basically the fucking. I wouldn't say I was the head. I was pretty much the fucking head Janny on fucking Mini Shane's Cord, and I don't know if it was me who found him or someone else who found him, but if I had to do it all over again, I would force Mini Shane to give up the MLP shit. Never bring it up on stream again because that was fucking Vanta Black Brimstone. It's shit nobody cared about. Plus he was 14, and I would make sure that he never fucking played that fucking MLP porn visual novel game on stream.
I'm sorry, what?
Because that's what. Yeah, that's what he did. He played it on stream. He fucking closed out or tabbed out, blocked the screen or some shit. Back when he was streaming it, and it was fucking wild, and it caused a fucking riot. Fucking the Andrians, me included, were fucking furious at this bullshit because he's 14, and we are pissed off that he showed this because what the fuck? We told him not to play it. We told him to get off of it. He ignored us, and that's where it all fell down from there.
How long
where
ago did this happen?
This was like during the summer, Sar.
Jesus Christ.
If I had to say like early summer, late spring of this year, it was absurd. Mini Shane, otherwise known as Caden, it's pretty much excommunicated. Do not interact with him. Do not feed into him. Do not watch anything he does. Don't even just don't talk to him. He's a loser.
Oh yeah, can we mention the part something he accidentally like showed something terrible from one of those retarded tryharders?
He was
Can we
so
mention
dumb that it wouldn't even be his fault. Like he just did that because he thought the tryhard had good intentions.
God, those fucking
What
tryhards.
did the
Why?
tryhard? Oh,
He was like 14.
what
You-
did the
you-
tryhards then?
Basically the tryhards basically
No, I'm not
friended one
asking
of
what
them and
tryhards
basically
are. I'm not. Hold on. I'm not asking what tryhards are. I'm asking what the tryhard did, because I don't remember
gonna-
what they said.
I-
The
I was
tryhard
gonna
showed child porn.
I was gonna say it. Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
gonna
that's
say.
fucking wild.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say before I was rudely interrupted.
merge.
I won't be
That's
taking any
wild.
more questions because I'm just tired, but I will finish the Caden one. I think Caden, as Dagoth said, should have just dropped the MLP stuff. Because, well, his main mods were a fan of Thomas the Tank Engine and another a fan of SpongeBob. So, like, in a community full of autistic people, liking My Little Pony is
Not
pretty
me, by the
tame.
way.
He should have dropped that, and he should have just been more original. Like, play more original games, just drop the Bill Jensen LARP, because as I told him, no one was going to watch a mini version of a streamer.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I have
Yeah.
one final question for you,
Sure.
Percy.
Sure.
Will we ever do this type of shit again on stream?
Most likely.
Because I had
people
lots of
seem
fun
to
reading
enjoy
this
it.
shit.
Yeah, people seem to enjoy
I
it.
was having lots of fun.
Day 2?
And I would be willing to schedule up one of these times to talk to the community, to answer their questions about Shane R. Boyle. That's not, I don't know if that's his actual middle name, by the way. I'm just saying R
Either
because why the fuck
Russell
not?
or Robert.
Is that his actual middle name? There's an R in his middle. Is that like
Wait,
it's
really?
literally
That's
an
what
R?
it stands for. I've heard
No, I was-
conflicting things, but it's either Russell or Robert.
I was
Oh, damn.
fucking trolling. I wasn't actually being serious about there being
Wait,
an R in his middle name.
That's
Goddamn.
actually serious? Oh my god.
Yeah, I just can't tell you which one it is exactly.
Fucking hell.
I mean, if people, and I'm not going to encourage you guys to do this, but no, I'm not going to say it because it's good. No, it's going to be a Streisand effect, and no, absolutely not going to say it because it just puts people unrelated at risk. Absolutely not.
Yeah, just
That
don't
is
mention
all.
anything about his family members.
Well, what is your closing statements, Percy, for this magnificent
Alright, then.
Vanta?
I'm
Not
glad
even
everyone
Vanta
got
Black.
to
This is
see
a
what my
glistening
message
gem.
was. The petition got promoted, and we got to a bunch of questions were answered regarding the community, what I did. There is one final thing I'd like to say. No, nuking the server was not petty revenge for being demodded. I just kind of got tired of watching Shane not do anything, and him saying that I was just a troll who wanted to see him fall was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I waited for everyone to go offline, and I nuked the server. Also, Austin Angelo's in the voice chat.
Damn.
Anyways, those
Should
are
we
my
name him-
closing statements.
should we
I'll be
rename
ending the
him?
stream now because I don't believe there are any more
Hold on, don't
questions.
end. I wanna say my final piece. I'd like to say thank you to all who have asked questions. I honestly did not really think I would be fucking going for this approach of how I ask and answer the questions, but I did enjoy this. And if Percy ever wants to do this again, I would 100% be willing to I would be 100% be willing to do this again with Percy. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, thank you.
Lots of fun here tonight, guys. Lots of Reddit gold, wholesome gems. Oh my goodness. What a champion. But seriously, I did enjoy this. I'd 100% be willing to do this again.
Same here. Basically my final closing statements is basically whatever like Draco said, and that's it. And also, Bill likes men and he guns Amira. That's it.
Shane groomed me.
I will answer this one final question on the stream. How old is Mita? Older than you, probably.
Oh, also
Or-
one more thing. I've heard that basically like a YouTuber named Dumzo was watching like Bill's stream like I don't know like a few months ago. I wonder what is his reaction to this right now.
Probably a lot of people. watch Bill's stream.
Irrelevant
I
SNCA.
mean, I could ask him right
sorry.
now.
Anyways, as it's 1:30 for me, I'll be going to bed. Good day. I'm ending the stream.
Hey, sorry,
Good
no.
night, everybody. Good night. I'll
Good
still
night,
be
everybody.
up because my sleep schedule is atrocious.